All right, guys, I do have a Thursday morning editorial for you. It's going to be warm in California. I can already feel it. A couple of things before I get to my editorial. The first thing, I have a video First Amendment audit, no parking. And in that video, you'll see me say that there's a motorcycle parked in a handicap, no parking area. I will stand corrected that was not a handicap parking spot. It was a reserved parking spot. However, a couple of things there. When you see those rectangular painted boxes on the ground with hash marks going up, and it says no parking at the bottom, those are loading and unloading zones in Southern California. It's usually what those are for is so someone can load or unload stuff right there. They don't want a car there, or they can't do that. That's the first thing. The second thing, it says no parking. At the bottom of that, N-O, parking. No parking. No parking. No parking. Yet the motorcycle from Chino Police Department decided to park there, and then the guy starts arguing about it's not a handicap parking spot, it's reserved, and that's not for wheelchairs, and that's semantics. It says no parking. You parked your motorcycle there. Like, no parking. I don't give a shit. I'm a cop. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that clarification, that if people get stuck like that cop did on, you said that was handicap parking and it wasn't, I'll stand corrected on that. But I will not stand corrected that it was no parking. So moving on, just in case anybody, because he was all upset about me calling it handicap parking. Well, it says no parking. Philadelphia, I did not cover the Philadelphia story. It's been covered all over the nation. That's all people were talking about yesterday was the 6 police officers that were unfortunately shot by the guy who barricaded himself inside. He eventually, of course, did give up. He was taken into custody. So there you go. That's that story. I didn't really go through it. The one I'm going to go through this morning, this editorial, is for all you baseball fans out there. That's right. I can't do the music. But get your popcorn, beer, candy. Man, you can tell I'm hyped up this morning. But the New York Yankees general manager, Brian Cashman, got to meet some cops. And I didn't know about this story. I don't know how many of you know about it. Many of you may have known about the Philadelphia story, but you didn't know about this one, did you? Thank you to CBS New York for this story. We're going to go to Connecticut, actually, for CBS New York giving us this story about the New York Yankees general manager, Brian Cashman. So all you Yankees fans, this editorial is for you. Here we go. Police body cam video released on Wednesday shows officers in Darien, Connecticut pointing their guns at a man at a gas station. The man on the video is Yankees general manager Brian Cashman, CBS 2's Steve Overmeyer reported. Not to worry, for this was a case of mistaken identity. During last Friday's incident, Cashman was stopped and ordered out of his vehicle at gunpoint. His Jeep Wrangler had recently been stolen. He had retrieved it from police impound, but it was still recognized as stolen. On the video, Cashman is told to walk backwards towards us, please. While complying, the longtime Yankees executive tries to speak, but is told, understood, sir, we'll talk to you in a second. Back up towards the detective. All parties remain calm, and within minutes, officers confirmed the mistake. One officer says, you look very familiar to me. Cashman replies, I'm the general manager of the New York Yankees. That officer says, yeah, I know. I used to see you at Brook Street Bagels when I was an Eastchester cop. I apologize for the embarrassment. Cashman was driving the Jeep to Norwalk so it could be processed for the investigation. What made matters worse was an unconnected incident. The officer says we had a guy that showed his gun in a doctor's office, left in a Jeep Wrangler, and then we're driving around looking for that Jeep Wrangler, a white guy. Cashman would go on to compliment the Darien Police Department, saying they were professional, trained well, and just doing their duty. So here's this, first of all, New York Yankees general manager Brian Cashman, thumbs up to you. He was very cordial. I've seen the video. I'm going to put a link to this story and the video footage in the description box below. And I've watched the video. Brian Cashman is very polite, very cordial. I mean, this is why he's a general manager, right? Because he's a professional guy. He knows how to treat people. I love the guy, the way I seen him in this video. But what really got me here was when the officer says, we had a guy show his gun in a doctor's office. He left in a Jeep Wrangler. We're driving around looking for a Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, a white guy. They're looking for a white guy driving a Jeep Wrangler. They're going to be pulling over 6'10" Jeep Wranglers, and everybody's going to get pulled out at gunpoint. I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think about this story in the comment section below. I wanted to bring this to you. I went through several different news stories this morning. This was probably the closest one I found that could be an editorial, other than the Philadelphia story, and it's been covered so many times. You guys are probably tired of hearing about Philly. But Brian Cashman, New York Yankees, pulled out at gunpoint from his Jeep Wrangler. Acts professional. Kudos to you, sir. I love your attitude, and I love your upbeat enthusiasm. What do you guys think? Let me know on a Thursday. I'm going to have an editorial for you tomorrow, too. I'm sure it is Friday tomorrow. Today's Thumbs Up Thursday, or is it Throwback Thursday? Give me a throwback, guys. News Now Ukaipa, belaboring this, keeping you, you're getting tired and sleepy at the sound of my voice. All right, guys, have a great day. News Now Ukaipa, letting you know what's going on with law enforcement and, of course, baseball general managers across your nation.